tell me about the problems you've been having? I know they may be difficult to talk about, but how are you feeling right now?
I still feel pretty depressed right now.
How long have you been feeling this way?
I don't know. I can't seem to think real clearly right now.
Did the feeling come on suddenly?
Well, no. About 4 years ago, I went through a friendly divorce. Now my ex-husband wants to move back home, and he believes that if he stops paying child support for our 2 children, that the bill collectors will hound me enough that I'll let him come back home. So Thursday, the bill collectors started hounding. I'm being pressured into a marriage with another man that I don't particularly want. I just couldn't take all the pressures. My kids came in from school very upset, and they cried all day. I just couldn't go any longer.
So what happened then?
About 2 o'clock Friday morning, I took an overdose of pills, and they called an ambulance, and they brought me here.
Who called?
I did, before I went under.
What happened then?
I was put in intensive care. I was in there from Friday morning until about 10 o'clock Saturday.
When you took the pills, were you sure you wanted to die?
Yes, I wanted to die.
And you took a number of different kinds of pills?
Yes, they were all prescribed. I had high blood pressure, so I had my blood pressure pills, and I had some antidepressants left over. And I had, before they put me in the hospital and put me on an antidepressant, they tried me on all kinds of tranquilizers, or pain pill, or whatever you want to call it, so I had all those.
How long were you unconscious?
It was late Friday night before I really knew very much.
How would you describe your mood over the last week or so?
Just tired. I was really having to push myself to keep going. I went to class Thursday night, and I was just so tired I just couldn't go any longer.
Physically tired or tired of being depressed?
Physically. I was physically tired. And then I just, you know, everything built up, and I was sitting there trying to relax. I don't know. I cried most of the day Thursday.
This feeling that you had, was it the same as if someone close to you had died?
It was sort of like someone had died. I felt deserted, and I felt completely drained. Except, well, I just couldn't get out of it. I couldn't think optimistic thoughts or pleasant thoughts. I just couldn't.
How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel positively?
No, I don't.
How do you feel about yourself in comparison to others?
It's not because I don't try at times for some things. And then I put things off, too. Lately, I haven't been able to get any of my classwork done. Just seems like I haven't been able to. That bothers me a lot.
How do you see the future?
I don't see a future. I just figure if it all ends, my mother will take care of the kids, and that'll be it.
Do you feel like a failure? How often do you feel that way? Is it a feeling that's with you all the time?
It seems like when something bad happens, I always blame myself.
Think back over the last couple of weeks before you came to the hospital. Has your appetite been good?
Not really. Some days I'll eat, some days I don't. Sometimes I'll go 2 or 3 days without eating.
Have you been hungry?
Usually not. It's just the days I work, I don't cook. The kids eat at school, so when I get home, I'm normally so tired I go right to bed, so I don't eat.
Have you been having any trouble sleeping?
At home I wasn't. I did last night.
How much do you usually sleep?
7 or 8 hours.
And how much have you been sleeping during the past week?
Might have been about 9 or 10 hours.
Have you had any trouble concentrating?
I just can't seem to think real clearly, real straight right now.